the Bihar government is demanding for a special category status from the center. In this November, Bihar cabinet have passed a resolution for the same. Citing the recent findings from the Bihar caste survey, which revealed that nearly one-third of Bihar's population continues to live in poverty, the Bihar government argues that their state needs special status to fund more and more poverty alleviation schemes. As the special category status is once again became a hot topic in the Indian political parlance, it is highly likely that UPSC may frame a question on this topic in the upcoming prelims. So in this video, we will be studying about special category status in 6 sections. First, what is meant by special category status? Second, we will study the parameters that determine a state's qualification for special category status. Third, we will identify the states that currently have special category status. Fourth, we will understand on what grounds is Bihar demanding special category status. Fifth, we will look into the benefits available to special category states. And lastly, we will analyze the issues associated with it. To cover this topic comprehensively, we have prepared a workbook on this topic. Please download the workbook from the link given in the description below. So, what exactly is special category status? If you had gone through the Lakshmikant, you may have read a chapter on special provisions for some states. You may remember that Article 371 to 371J of Constitution outlined specific provisions for 12 states, that is Maharashtra, Gujarat, Nagaland, Assam, Manipur, etc. But please note that this is not what Bihar has demanded. The status Bihar is seeking is special category status, which is completely different from the special provisions included in our constitution. The special category status is a classification granted by the center, specifically the National Developmental Council, to assess the development of states that face geographical or socio-economic disadvantages. It has no constitutional backing. It was introduced in 1969 on the recommendation of the 5th Finance Commission. Now, let's look at what are the criteria considered for granting such a status. Actually, all the states cannot simply claim for special category status merely because they are economically backward. The 5th Finance Commission, which introduced the very same concept, had gave 5 factors to be considered. 1. It has hilly and difficult terrain. Second, low population density and or sizable share of tribal population. Third, strategic location along international borders. 4. Economic and infrastructural backwardness. And 5. Non-viable nature of state finances. Based on these criteria, a total 11 states in India is given special category status. It is very simple to remember those states. First of all, you can easily guess that the 8 northeast states obviously would qualify for these criteria. Then 2 hilly states in northern India, that is the Himachal and Uttarakhand, had also been granted this status. The state you may be missed out is Telangana. It has been given special category status because it is an infant state which is formed just 9 years ago. Then we will look into on what grounds is Bihar demanding special category status. The demand for special category status for Bihar has been made by various political parties of the state time and again. The poverty and backwardness of the state are argued to be because of the lack of natural resources, lack of continuous supply of water for irrigation, regular floods in the northern region, and severe droughts in the southern part of the state. Simultaneously, the bifurcation of the state led to the shifting of industries to Jharkhand and created a dearth of employment and investment opportunities. With a per capita GDP of around Rs 54,000, Bihar has consistently been one of the poorest states in our country. So now, we will move to the section 5, that is, what are the benefits available to the states that gets a special category status. Firstly, the center pays 90% of the funds required in a centrally sponsored scheme to special category status states, as against 60 or 75% in case of other states. That means if a state got special category status, they have to contribute only 10% fund for centrally sponsored scheme. Secondly, there are significant tax concessions from the sender in the form of concessions in customs and excise duties, income tax rates and corporate tax rates to attract investments to set up new industries, etc. Thirdly, those 11 states with special status get 30% of the total central assistance, while the other states share remaining 70%. Lastly, the unspent money in a financial year does not lapse and is carried forward for the next year. Now we will look up on some of the concerns associated with granting special category status. You may be thinking that what is the problem for Bihar or other weaker states to be granted special category status? After all, we need to ensure every citizen has the opportunity for development and empowerment, right? But it is not easy. Firstly, we have to look at the finances of the sender and the states. Successive finance commissions have highlighted the special category status is an economic burden. Secondly, it impacts the fiscal dynamics between the sender and the states. For easy understanding, you might remember what happens when your parents give more money to your sibling and less to you. The same thing happens with states as well. Thirdly, it is possible that it leads to a domino effect. Every state identifies reasons for it to be awarded the special category status and raises the demand. For example, Odisha has been requesting for the special category status for many years, highlighting its vulnerability to natural calamities such as cyclones and a large tribal population. So if Bihar has been given, Odisha will also intensify their demand for special category status. Finally, it is not necessary that just awarding special category status and subsequent benefits address the issues faced by the state. So, special category status is not a single solution to what may be a set of systemic issues. Finally, we will conclude the topic by discussing what kind of questions can we expect from this topic. For prelims, the basics, that is, what is meant by special category status, what is the constitutional or legal basis, parameters considered, etc. may be asked. For mains, questions on the impact of special category status on development, the federal dimensions and the economic dimensions can be expected in the GS2 as well as in GS3 papers respectively. To learn more about this topic, make sure that you download Yoda IAS study packets. Link to download the workbook is given in the description. With this, we will conclude today's topic. Thank you so much. Stay safe, take care and see you in the next video.